going on, YouTube? It's your boy Florida Boy DJ checking back in. Man, before we start, man, I want y'all to watch this video. It came out like a month ago, but haven't seen nobody talk about it. Bring this issue up. Another thing I want to get a shout out to CDL Shorty, man. He very knowledgeable, and he been talking about this same thing, man. Broker issue, broker transparency.
After their families crashed, the Godinezes wrote Congress asking for change, and lawmakers listened.
3 generations, Mr. Speaker, of that family lost their lives in one tragic incident.
In March, led by Virginia Congressman Gary Connolly, the House passed the Mail Traffic Death Reporting Act of 2025. It would require the Postal Service to track and report fatal crashes involving mail hauling trucks.
This is a long overdue bill that will save lives.
The bill passed the House with bipartisan support, but in the Senate, it's been sitting for 5 months. No hearing, no vote.
How many more is it going to take for them to realize that there is a problem that they need to fix, that needs to be fixed in order to save lives?
We reached out to all 15 senators on that committee that the bill was assigned. The staffs of all of them told us that they plan on reviewing the bill, but Nicole, no, hasn't happened yet. Congressman Gary Connolly, who led the push to the House, died in May, and without him, the bill lost its most visible supporter. So far, no one in the Senate has stepped up to sponsor the bill.
Yeah, as y'all seen, that video came from Texas News. It's been about a month ago, but I just want to crop out that little section right there. I'm gonna drop the full video. It had something to do with the accident that the foreigner driver killed the people he was sleepy or whatever, and it came from that. But it investigated how the industry is with these brokers and these subcontractors and stuff like that. But my issue is, like I say once again, my question is why the bill haven't been signed. Another thing is why these big influencers that the ones y'all look for the news or the crashes and stuff, the one that influence y'all to go vote for a certain individual, why they haven't talked about it. They talk about everything else but not this. And shout out to CDL Shorty. Go check out his page because he been talking about brokers transparency, and a lot of people look at it, or feel like he taking shots at certain YouTubers, whatever the case may be, but he really knowledgeable, and that what's going on in this industry, the brokers in issues and whatever, the brokers transparency. And a lot of y'all be like, well, how that plays a part, whatever. Okay, brokers like UPS, they contract they load to another carrier, which they subcontracted to someone for cheaper, like the foreigners, that's an issue too, which they trying to weed them out, but they subcontract them to the foreigners for cheapers. And then with the brokers, they don't have to report who they hire or check their safety records. They don't track contractor accidents or fatalities, man. It sucks, man, because it ain't no red versus blue, man. It's billionaires versus you and I. And like I say, it sucks that brokers keep 60% or more of their revenue, forcing trucking companies or these foreigners to work around rules to try to make a living, taking the cheap freight. It sucks out here, man. It sucks and it's disappointing, man. I feel like if there's a broker transparency and fair percentage and audit the brokers, the contractors and subcontractors, trucking could be a lot better, but mega companies don't want that. They still sitting on billions and costing lives by broken loads at dirt cheap. And then, you got certain people ain't gonna take it for dirt cheap, but you got a lot of them that will, It sucks, man. Everybody in it together. So don't ever think that it's red versus blue or this person versus that person, and this party and that party. Man, it's some billionaires versus you, man. You and I. You know, it sucks that you got these same big YouTubers that tell y'all to go vote for certain people, whatever. But then when certain things like this come out, they don't want to speak about it. You know, I think y'all should go back to their page and ask them, man, why the bill haven't been signed. You know, especially y'all the ones that telling us to, or other people, to go vote for a certain party. Okay, they control the House, the Senate, you know, the whole 9 yards. And excuse me, I ain't trying to get political, but you know, that what is pretty much going on with these tax cuts and stuff like that, man. It's sad, man. I hope you drivers out there, man, having a good day, man. I just ran across this video where actually I've been sitting on it for like a month. I was just waiting to see if one of these big YouTubers that during the election time will tell y'all go vote for certain parties because of this and that, and this person gonna make the trucking industry great and whatever, just like that. I was waiting on them to speak about it, but unfortunately they got tucked their tail because of, you know, the person that they told y'all to go vote for, y'all did, and now they control the House and stuff. Now they don't want to pass these laws or sign this bill and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I'm getting into this political. You know, I don't like to get on that political level, but I'm just showing y'all, man, that how these is, and if it was going great, then you know these YouTubers would have been talking about it. But right now they hush and quiet. You know, just reach out to them, ask them, man, reach out to the people, man, go sign that bill, man, because until then, man, if it ain't no audit going on, no broker transparency or nothing like that, it's always gonna be an issue. Whether y'all have these foreigners in the trucking industry or not, it's always gonna be an issue, man. Y'all drivers stay safe, man. Keep both hands on the steering wheel, eyes on the road, man. This Florida boy DJ checking in. I'ma drop the full video, y'all see what was going on, and I'ma give you my take on that too. Y'all drive, be safe, man. Make it home back to y'all family.